It's true. Why me?
Because you seem a nice enough sort, and you've made it this far. And if you don't, I'll swallow your soul and vomit it into the ever-filling chamber pot of the ageless. But mostly because I asked nicely.
Where will you be?
Well, not here. Didn't I say that? I'm never here when Jiggalag walks. It's one of the rules. I've told you too much for now. Listen to me. Prattle on. I can see your mortal brain straining. We'll talk more later.
What's next?
Now, you've seen the great torch that burns brightly over New Sheogorath. No, because it doesn't. It should, but it doesn't. You'll fix that. You'll go to Cylon and bring back the flame of Agnon to relight the torch. Oh, and take care with my minions at Cylon. In their eternal quest to please me, they're constantly fighting over Cylon. It can be tiresome, but really, it's divine. Divinely tiresome. Well, that's your problem now. Off with you. I don't want to see you again until the great torch is lit. I wouldn't want to have to hurt you much. Oh, don't forget to make use of dear Haskell. Between you and me, if he's not summoned 3 or 4 times a day, I don't think he feels appreciated.
Yeah. So tell me about Cylon.
That's where you're going to get the flame of Agnon. Do you listen to anything I say? Do your ears work? If not, I can find use for them. Go and fetch the flame. Bring it to the Cecellum. Light the great torch. How are you going to be me if you can't even do what me tells you?
What about the flame of Agnon?
It's what's used to light the great torch. Haven't we covered this? You'll find it in Cylon, guarded by my saints and seducers.
The Great Torch?
The great torch shines brightly above New Sheogorath, a beacon of hope for all the citizens. Except it doesn't! It's gone out! Happens every time the Grey March begins, which it has. Makes all of my subjects uneasy, tense, homicidal, some of them at least. We need to get that torch relit before the place falls apart.
Grey March?
Aren't you the curious one? You know what they say about curiosity, though, don't you? It killed the intrepid adventurer who really should just be doing exactly what I say at all times! You're going to stop the Grey March by becoming me. Or a version of me. You'll be powerful. Powerful enough to stop Jiggalag.
What about the Jiggalag?
He's on his way. So I'm on my way out. It's terribly inconvenient, don't you think? You're going to stop him, though. And the first thing to do is to make my people feel safe. Otherwise, they tend to go work for him. It's annoying, to tell the truth. A bit hurtful. But they do it every time. Join up with the enemy and become priests of order.
Obelisks?
They're getting more active every day. Not a good sign. You know what would be a good sign? Free sweet rolls! Ho, ho, ho! Who wouldn't like that? Shut them down where you can, and make sure to kill the priest you see around them. If you don't, they can reactivate the obelisk.
Yes, tell me about these priests.
They're the worst of all. My own subjects, working for the enemy. It's enough to make an old Daedric prince get all weepy. It doesn't help that they're the ones who make the obelisks work. A little chanting, a little ritual, and poof, Knights of Order. Bad news. Kill them when you see them. But don't touch the corpse until they're really dead. Which they aren't until you deactivate the obelisk.
Oh, okay.
Ah, come visit again, or I'll pluck out your eyes!
For sure. Askill.
Yes,
I have a lot of things to ask it. The Flame of Agnon.
the flame of Agnon can only be lit by the immortal servants of Sheogorath, the golden saints and dark seducers of his creation. In normal times, Sheogorath would simply command it, and his servants would leap to sacrifice themselves upon the altars of rapture and despair. But alas, the times are not normal, and Sheogorath has given you this task without the authority to command it. I'm afraid you may have to be a little bit clever.
I'm afraid I might not be able to do that. What about the Great Torch?
Ah, the Great Torch. It is a symbol of Sheogorath's power and a source of great comfort for the citizens of New Sheoth. Unfortunately, the torch has gone out. For eternity, this has heralded the start of the Grey March. Lord Sheogorath, in his wisdom, wishes for you to relight the torch to help ease the worries of the populace.
What about the Grey March?
It is underway, but my lord does not wish for you to confront it directly yet. First, the realm and its citizens must be attended to.
Jigalag?
Yes, he will soon march across the land, destroying all that stands in his path. It's a frightening prospect. Many of our citizens are delicate. They can't cope with the prospect, and they defect to the forces of Jigalag, becoming priests of order.
Obelisks?
I fear they grow in power as the Grey March progresses. More and more Knights of Order make their way into the Isles. The priests of Order are the key. They summon the Knights at the Obelisks.
Priests of Order?
A bad lot. Traitors. You'll find them near the obelisks that dot the land. They perform rituals at the obelisks to summon knights to the realm. Their link to Jigalag gives them power. As long as their obelisk is active, they cannot truly be killed.
Okay.
I live to serve.
And I live to clear the obelisks. We have a focus crystal. And a Chalice of Reversal. This is a bigger version of the Chalice of Reversal. I saw it, and it's a smaller version of the focus crystal. I saw it, and it was nowhere near that big. Anyway, why did you send me? Oh, game. Let's go. Let's try and disable one of these, quote, obelisks, unquote. I'm not really sure why they're called obelisks. They do have a... Oh, hi. They do have an obelisk-y shape. You are really upset. But there's no priests around here. Priests go down very easily.
Who's that?
Who's there? It's your mom. Isn't that the joke? Was that a priest talking? Yes, it was. Very curious. Okay, so don't touch that body. Let's see what I can do here. Do you want to place a Heart of Order into the obelisk? Yes, please. That means... Oh, no, I'm in... Oh, there's more. What? Hi. No. What is wrong with you? Did he not stop? You place a second heart into the obelisk. Oh, maybe they spawn. I mean, that guy... Oh, hi. Nice. Give me your heart. Have a lot of these. I don't know what they're for, but... How many? How many? You have placed a third heart. Oh, we did it! Wow, that's a faff. Okay, you died. Ow, you didn't die. Now, I might die. That's a different thing. Okay. Can I not get you? Oh, I can! Oh. That's the wrong one. There we go. We have, just some things. I can take your hearts. And a grand... Oh. It's a broken grand soul gem. And a flawed... Yeah, it's just bad things. Man, talk about not really incentivizing me to do this. And it is a faff. My god. Bethesda. I found Cylon. We have found our destination. Unfortunately, we can't see our destination. But that's because... back in the 2000s, people had this weird obsession about nighttime being completely inscrutable. It's a lovely place. Can you imagine doing this in the nighttime? Oh, hi. I have arrived at the ruins of Cylon. I will need to speak to the commanders of the Golden Saints and the Dark Seducers to find out how to light the flame of Agnon. Hi. Hi, they're nicer.
Hail.
What's up?
State your business. Cylon is holy ground, unfit for mortals.
Okay, they're not nice. I'm here on Sheogorath's business.
Then you are free to enter the shrine of the flame of Agnon. This key will allow you passage through any door in Cylon.
Thank you. I need to light the flame of Agnon.
The flame is lit from the shrine's 2 altars. Once the Aureals are driven out of Cylon, it will be our pleasure to light the flame for Sheogorath. The Grukhedric Ulfri will explain everything. You should speak to her at once.
I will. So, not you?
How may I serve? Halt! Mortals are not permitted within the walls of Holy Cylon.
Sheogorath sent me, though.
My pardon, Lord. Receive this key, and with it free passage throughout the shrine of the Flame of Agnon.
Yeah, I need to light the flame.
Alas, we cannot light the flame until we take control of the Altar of Despair from the infernal Maskin. The Armazel Kana would wish to speak to you at once. Proceed through this door to our main encampment at the Altar of Rapture.
So we have two... We have 2 missions? I should speak with Ulfri. And also with Kana. I'll start with Kana. Excuse me. Kana?
My scouts reported no signs of the Maskin in the underdeep. It's our best chance to take them unawares.
Too risky. It's likely to be a trap. They could cut us to pieces down there if they knew we were coming.
With all due respect, Armazel, I ask that you reconsider. The main passage is strongly defended. Perhaps if you'd allow me to scout further.
Enough! I've made my decision. We will attack down the main passage as planned. The Maskin will not withstand us.
I overheard 2... Oh, look at that. I have not. I just overheard. 2 Golden Saint officers arguing about the best way to attack the Dark Seducers. The Lieutenant Mirel mentioned something about the Underdeep. A secret passage... Oh, it's the Underdark. I was thinking the Underdeep in Dungeons & Dragons. It's the Underdark in Dungeons & Dragons. A secret passage leading to the Dark Seducer altar. I should find more about this passage from Mirel.
How may I serve? Greetings, stranger. Are you here to help us drive the Maskin out of Cylon?
Not really. Who's Maskin?
The treacherous ones. The dark seducers of ill repute, whose every action drags Sheogorath's holy name through the mud.
And you're gonna attack through the Underdeep?
My scouts recently discovered another way through the ruins to the Altar of Despair. The Armazel Kana wants to assault the altar down the main passage, but the Maskin are expecting us to come that way. They've strongly fortified the main passage against us. If we attacked through the Underdeep, we could take them by surprise. If only Kana would listen to me. An attack down the main passage will end the same as it always does. A glorious defeat.
I am noticing... let's not detract from the main quest right now. Why won't Kana listen?
She thinks the Underdeep is a trap. It's true. If the Maskin knew we were coming that way, we wouldn't stand a chance. But I'm convinced the Mazkin don't expect us to come that way. If we attacked in full force, we could take the Altar of Despair before they had a chance to react. If only I could make Canna see that.
I am noticing that he's male presenting. Doesn't that raise some questions about the Golden Saints? Because the Golden Saints, I don't know if they probably exist in Daggerfall. And if I had to guess regarding Daggerfall, because I've played Daggerfall a little bit, but I never found any Golden Saint. I didn't play that far. I played a few hours. If I had to guess about Daggerfall, the Golden Saints are all women and very voluptuous. And in Morrowind, they're definitely all women. Not necessarily very voluptuous, but Daggerfall has a different art style. But certainly in Morrowind, they're all women. And here in this game, all of the Golden Saints that we have seen so far... I mean, I say Golden Saints, but that's Aureals. I wonder if that's the same. Because he's the first one... You know what?
That's what we call ourselves. The most loyal and honorable servants of Sheogorath.
So tell me about the Flame of Agnon.
The flame is only lit at the command of Sheogorath, from the altars of rapture and despair within the shrine itself. I'm sure that our Mazel Canna will be glad to help you once the Mazkin are driven from the altar of despair.
So tell me about Canna.
She commands the Aureals here at Cylon. She has just arrived with reinforcements from Brellock to end this stalemate once and for all.
Brellock?
Our home and sanctuary here in the Shivering Isles.
Oh, right, of course. Tell me about the Altar of Despair.
Alas, we have not seen the Altar of Despair for many years. It is in the underground part of Cylon, which is controlled by the Mazkin. The Mazkin do not even allow us free passage to worship there, which is one of the many reasons why they are unfit to continue to guard it.
What about the Altar of Rapture?
It is just there, at the top of these steps. You would pray for the blinding ecstasy, which is the ultimate reward for those in Sheogorath's service?
I don't think so.
For Sheogorath's glory.
Absolutely. Excuse me. Hi.
This is no place for a mortal. We are about to join battle against the Mazkin. You'd best stand aside.
I best indeed. Sheogorath sent me. I need your help.
My pardon, emissary. I am at your service. We are preparing to sweep the Mazkin scum from Cylon. Perhaps Sheogorath sent you to help us.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Tell me about the Flame of Agnon.
Only the servants of Sheogorath can light the flame, by kindling the altars of despair and rapture which feed the flame. Alas, we hold only the altar of rapture. The treacherous Mazkin hold the altar of despair. We must control both to light the flame. If you help us seize the altar of despair from the Mazkin, I will be honored to kindle the flame of Agnon for my lord Sheogorath.
So what are your battle plans?
The only way to assault the altar of despair is down the main passage between the two altars. It will be difficult. The Mazkin have fortified their position, but I am confident that with your help, we can defeat them. Will you help us retake the altar of despair and drive the Mazkin out of Cylon once and for all?
What about the Underdeep?
Mirrel's beloved surprise attack. A perfect example of why males do not hold command positions. He has failed to consider the risks of his plan. If the Mazkin have prepared an ambush along that route, we would be slaughtered. We're better off storming the main passage, where our superior strength and blade work can come into play.
I guess we have our explanation there, then, about the whole thing about the Golden Saints and whatnot. So that's your battle plans. Oh, no, that's me going back to her asking if I'm gonna help her. What about the Flame of Agnon?
The flame is fed from the altar of rapture and the altar of despair. Only servants of Sheogorath can kindle the altars. Once we capture the altar of despair from the Mazkin, it will be my great honor to light the flame for Lord Sheogorath.
Sure. Probably will side with them because of the armor. If they're gonna give me items, I need their armor because it's lighter.
for Sheogorath's glory.
Absolutely. Oh! Hi. Just walked right into me. So, is this to the underdeep? I think it's gonna be. Let's have a chat with the other side. We also have whatever this is. It's nothing.
The Aureals will soon pay for their arrogance.
Sure. Their boss is inside. So, predictably, they're both very angry at each other. Am I on the wrong spot? Or in the wrong spot? What is this? Oh, hi.
What is it, emissary?
I want to talk to Maskin?
You know us as Dark Seducers, a name given us by our enemies. But we are the Mazkin in our own tongue, Sheogorath's only truly loyal servants.
Yeah, I said talking to the Mazkin, but I meant the leader of the Mazkin, Ulfri.
She is the Gorkedric, commander of the Mazkin here at Cylon. She has never yet been defeated by the Aureals, despite their strength.
Do you like the Aureals?
Our rivals, the so-called Golden Saints. One day, Sheogorath will finally recognize their bull-headed stupidity and expel them from the realm.
What about the Flame of Agnon?
The holy flame can only be lit from the altars of despair and rapture. Alas, the Aureals hold rapture for now. You should speak to the Gorkedric Ulfri at once. She will be glad of your help to rid Cylon of the arrogant Aureals once and for all.
Yeah. So tell me about the Altar of Rapture.
The counterpart to the Altar of Despair. Rapture is currently held by the Aureals in their complacency, but that will soon change.
What about the Altar of Despair?
We hold the Altar of Despair, here within the shrine of the Flame of Agnon. Continue down the corridor if you wish to meditate there upon the fate of all things mortal.
I will
For Sheogorath's glory.
look into it. Ooh, you got things. Thank you so much. Oh. Hi.
What is your business here?
I didn't steal anything. I need to speak to Ulfri.
Ah, you are just in time. Go quickly. The Aureals may attack at any moment.
Nah, don't worry. They're gonna be fine.
For Sheogorath's glory.
Absolutely. Every time they say that, it sounds like they're gonna say, for shame. Nope, not for shame. This is a pretty deep dungeon. It's pretty obvious that we're gonna be allowed to fight in here. Not necessarily be fighting, but we probably will. The main passage leading to the Altar of Despair is strongly defended by the Dark Seducers. I should scout the underdeep to see if I might provide an easier, or if it might provide an easier attack route.
The Aureals will soon pay for their arrogance.
Will they? Oh, I probably need a torch in here. It's kind of dark. It's kind of dark. Lovely place, though. Repair hammers. An elven cuirass.
Begone, mortal, or you will soon find yourself between the Mazkin and their prey. A most dangerous place to be.
Your prey?
We are preparing to wipe out the arrogant Aureals once and for all. Once they break themselves on our defenses, Cylon will be ours, a gift for our Lord Sheogorath.
I need to light the Flame of Agnon.
Then you have arrived just in time to help us defend the Altar of Despair. Once the strength of the Aureals is shattered, I will be honored to light the flame as my Lord Sheogorath commands.
As expected, a pretty straightforward option. So that's it, the Flame of Agnon?
The two altars, Blessed Despair and Holy Rapture, feed the great flame of Agnon above us. Only Sheogorath's immortal servants can kindle the altars, and I am at my lord's command. But I only hold Despair, for the moment. The Aureals hold Rapture and are massing to attack us. But never fear, they are no match for us. Once their main force is destroyed, with your help, we can easily take Rapture from the few survivors. Then I will gladly kindle the flame for you.
Capital F flame.
Only the immortal servants of Sheogorath can kindle the altars of despair and rapture, which in turn feed the holy flame of Agnon. Once the Aureals are routed from the altar of rapture, I will be most pleased to command my soldiers to light the flame for Sheogorath's glory.
So what are your battle plans?
We are expecting the Aureals to attack any moment. They'll come down the main passage from the altar of rapture. They always do. They are overconfident as usual. We have prepared many traps and ambushes. It will be a glorious slaughter. Once the Aureals are destroyed, I will light the flame of Agnon for you. Will you help us defend the altar of despair?
I don't want to get involved right now.
As you wish. But I advise you to join the winning side if you really want the flame relit. The Aureals will never drive us from Cylon.
We'll see. What are you guys looking at?
The Aureals will soon pay for their arrogance.
I've heard that
The
before.
altar of...
A lot of good potions, though. Huh. This is opened elsewhere. And by elsewhere, I mean right next to you. Oh, look. It's a statue of those things.
The Aureals will soon pay for their arrogance.
Now, I don't know... Okay, it's a pretty straightforward map, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. Because that way I don't have to be too concerned. So, let's try and see if I can go into the Underdark. It's pretty obvious that the game is also making it. The choice is down here. You're supposed to join the Aureals.
Cylon shall be ours.
Maybe. Let's go in through here and see what is up. Ah, I didn't need that separate magic. Well, it wasn't too bad. No, it's 50. Yeah, I didn't need that. There's gonna be enemies in here. I can smell it. This looks really cool. It's a bifurcated place. Bifurcated path. It's a really cool area. The Dark Seducers are defending the main passage to the Altar of Despair in strength. The Underdeep, by contrast, appears to be only lightly defended. This information might convince Kane to attack through the Underdeep. You say lightly defended, but I honestly saw 0 defenses. Which is basically a path to get over here. Let's explore everything. Oh,
How may I serve?
so we do have some defenses. How do I get out of here, though? Broken statues. Dark Souls looking levels. Really, really cool interiors. I think we found the passage. This connects directly to the Altar of Despair. How did I not see this? Wait, did I... We weren't here. I hope I'm not gonna... Sorry. I hope I'm not gonna have to fight anybody. Oh, right. And that is Cylon, and we have been here. I just didn't take it. Wait, I just didn't take this door. Ah. Okay.